How would I describe Brian Smith? I mean, the first word that comes to mind is just generous.
At his core, Brian is a very giving person. You know, he has a very giver's gain mentality.
He pours into you as a person, and he wants to know what are your goals, what are your aspirations, okay? What's in the way between where you want to go and where you are now, and he just bridges that gap for you. It's like, it's second nature for him. It's not a mortgage thing, it's not a finance thing, it's not a corporate thing, like it's just who he is. He's just a service-oriented guy.
Fantastic. My man, you made it! You made it!
How you doing?
Make me happy. Good to see you. It started at this broker shop, and I worked there for a couple years, long enough to realize that that's not where I wanted to be to actually build a career. So I pull up the phone book again, and I went into mortgage, and I went down the page, and it said, America's #1 lender, Wells Fargo. And I said, well, that sounds like a good company, so I called them. Talked to the branch manager, and I said, hey, are you guys hiring? And he said, you know what? I need a guy like you. I need somebody like you to be my 203K renovation specialist. I said, I don't know what that is, but I want it. And I learned everything that there is to know about FHA 203Ks and Fannie Mae home styler loans. And I got so fired up and so excited about helping people buy a home and fix them up. You got to understand my background, right? So I got the best parents in the world. Taught us faith, taught us family, taught us fun. This isn't picking on my dad, but it was one of those things that, you know, your family does things and it kind of, you know, sticks in the back of your mind. He said, you know, we can't do that. We don't have the money. And he would say it over and over about different things, and I'd watch different families and different kids, and you know, they'd go on family trips, and back of my mind, it was always, I'm not gonna say that. You know, I wanna keep all the great values that my mom and dad instilled in me with faith and family and fun, but on the finance side, I'm gonna fix that. And so it's been a driving passion to, you know, chase success, the daily disciplines of doing things the right way. That's my definition of success. And having the results of success financially to not only be able to take care of my needs and my family's needs, but to be able to go out and help other people around me.
When me and Elena bought our house going on 3-4 years ago, it was just it was stressful just because, you know, number one, it was the coldest week of the year. Our furnace went out. I think must have been a Saturday or Sunday morning. I woke up and I had I had a pretty large Venmo from Brian to help me, you know, replace the furnace and buy a new furnace. And you know, I called him, I thanked him, and I remember, you know, after hanging up with him, talking to my wife about it, and just I was just incredibly emotional that he did that for us. It meant a lot to me. He truly cares about helping other people, and that made a big difference for me and my family at that time.
A big month last month.
I did, just $6.5 million.
Yeah, I saw you on the leaderboard.
Thank you.
Nice job, killing it. And in the fall of 2001, I meet this guy named Bill Cosgrove, a guy that changed the entire trajectory of my life and my career on one Saturday morning. And he started expanding my perspective on what the mortgage business is all about. And he talked to me about wholesale mortgage banking, and he gave me a perspective on warehouse lines and secondary market and things that I hadn't learned at all. And he looked at me and he said, Brian, if you join me, I'll take you to the major leagues of mortgage banking. And I said, I'm ready for a mentor, I'm ready for a coach, I'm ready for somebody to help me learn and grow. So I joined the company January 1st, 2002, and things just exploded from there.
When I started with Brian, you know, he was involved with the core training. So that was a big part of him, you know, wanting me to come onto the team because they were encouraging him to build that team and to grow. And I think, you know, to watch his leadership style has evolved and just, he's become such a wonderful leader. He always was great, but he's constantly working at perfecting the craft. He's very, very dedicated to learning and growing. You know, as a leader and as a person, and he cares about his clients, about his partners, and you know, the team and everybody. I think that says a lot about it too. You have to love what you do. You have to care about the people you're working with and make it work. And I think that Brian does a great job with that, and it's been fun to watch him grow into those roles and responsibilities too.
One of the big reasons why you guys came here was to talk about building the team the right way. And so the next 2 hours are going to be all about team and vision for your team, right? So I'm going to challenge you to think 10 times more than where you're at now and really build it 10 times more. So that requires a lot, right? Probably different accounting stuff, and it requires, a lot more sales stuff, but I think you'll like what we got planned. Bill's coaching me. I got into building champions. This whole idea of building a team, I wanted to explore it and I wanted to figure it out. Started building the team. Scott Scavuzzo, Lisa Snyder, Diane Polly, and we just exploded. 241, 265 at the end of 2016. Number one team in the country, 7 consecutive years.
Brian created that. He put all those people together and knew everybody's strengths, everybody's weaknesses, and how we could work together as a team and make it a success. And I think that was, a big part of, Brian studying our disc profiles and meeting with us and talking with us and going through those processes that made it all work together. I found my niche. I was doing what I love to do. I was talking with clients. I was building the relationships and getting them into a home and giving them the solutions to meet their goals. So I think it really allowed me to grow professionally in what I love to do and be able to focus on that part of it.
Brian gave me a blank slate of, okay, listen, there is in my opinion, the way I look at it, there's a better life available. There's another side. We can elevate who we are. We can elevate and have a better life for your family, for your kids, for your children's children, for your children. You know what I mean? Like you can create legacy in this industry. And him giving me a canvas to even think that that's possible. And then also come alongside and show me the way. It's not just a career, it's not just about the money. And Brian was able to frame it and paint this picture of like we are able to serve. Like we can be on this earth and our purpose can be to serve people through the financing of their primary residence. So he's just always focused on how they can build wealth, how we structure it, how we can serve you at a high level. It started as money. It started as success. And then for me, and he's kind of molded me back the other way of like, no, that stuff will come. It'll be here, don't worry. But let's focus on service first. And I've been hooked ever since.
Al Blank and I were in the weight room. He's lifting big weights, I'm lifting small weights. We're talking about coaching and some of the success we're having. And it just came up, what would it look like for us to have our own internal coaching program at Union Home Mortgage? So we sat down with Bill the next morning and we said, Bill, what if we created our own program? And he said, I'll fund it. You guys get together and you guys build it.
PCP is really an epitome, I think, of what the company at large at UHM and our mindset around growth and always getting better. And that's something that I know Bill, senior leadership, our team is always I know it's our goal to grow to the top 25, and PCP is a big part of that as far as helping our partners who are here increase their production. Yeah, just the investment that Bill makes, the investment of really it starts with him monetarily, and but also Brian, of course, with his time, and all of our coaches being generous with their time and having a pay it forward kind of mindset as far as helping fellow partners get better all the time is kind of it's an epitome, I think, of what we have at UHM.
I think all of it really is just to help people grow. Like, this is such a wonderful culture that we have here at Union Home Mortgage with nobody gatekeeps, right? Like, nobody's like, oh no, I'm gonna keep this little nugget for myself so that nobody else is gonna surpass me. Everybody wants to see you grow and succeed. And I think, with the PCP program starting and getting, growing to what it is, I mean, it's really just taken off and has changed lives. The opportunities are endless if you want to go after and pursue them. So I think the PCP program has really helped a lot of people with that, and under Brian's leadership, he's shown them, hey, you can do this too. I did this, I followed the this system and the structures, and I did the work and I put in the time, and you can do that too. We can help you get there.
My life has been changed through coaches and mentors like Bill Cosgrove and Rick Ruby and all the great coaches that I've had over the years, Al Blank and Jim Ferrier right at the very top. But when somebody comes to me and they have a humble heart, they are hungry to learn and they're curious to ask questions, I mean, I will absolutely give to no end to somebody like that. And I think that's what all of our PCP coaches, have experienced.
How you doing?
Hey Brian, how are you?
Hey, do you know this is the champion of shuffleboard?
Oh yeah?
Yes. Winner took all, and he was the winner. He took all yesterday.
Thinking of going pro.
Him and his team, him and his partner. Good to see you. Do you know that Brian Snyder is the reigning champion of shuffleboard?
Are you really going to say this every time?
Probably as much as I can. Yes.
Get him an extra thing.
So every 6 months we get together and have our impact events, PCP Impact. So we bring all of our coaches and all of our students together for what I call the greatest transfer of knowledge and experience from our coaches to our students. And all of our coaches freely share all of their tactics and all of their results. And all the students ask tons of questions, and our coaches get an opportunity to present. Students get a chance to learn. And it's not just in the classroom, it's at breakfast, it's at lunch, it's at happy hour, it's at dinner, it's around the fireside chats, smoking a cigar, and we get to share and help each other connect the dots of putting this big picture of our business together, putting this big picture of life together, and helping each other as partners. I just want to be here with my friends. How many just love being here and hanging out with your friends for a few days? I do. I love this company. I love this people. I mean, you guys we're all friends. I love it. I love it. We want to challenge you to do more, to be more, to have more. The backbone of PCP is obviously our coaches. But the arms and legs of the coaches is our PCP Concierge team. So John Schwartz, who interned with us way back in 2015, he was the very first concierge. And then Brian Wright, divisional manager, he introduced me to Nikayla Matarko, and she was our second PCP concierge. And then when my daughter Chelsea joined our branch, she kept listening and watching all this coaching stuff, and she goes, I don't want to talk to realtors and borrowers and do any of that stuff. I want to go work on the coaching side. They work relentlessly. John is the organization and the mouthpiece of the program. Nikayla and Chelsea put together incredible presentations and details together for the coaches to make the coaches' job a lot easier.
I'm really excited. I love, my students particularly, seeing them grow and things clicking for them and, collaborating. And honestly, I work from home, so being able to see them face to face, give them a hug, and then, just helping change their life a little bit. And it doesn't have to be changing their life as in getting, top 10 President's Club. Like, not everybody's dreams is that, Sometimes it's just living comfortable. Sometimes it's paying off debt, giving back, starting another dream because of it. And so it's kind of like the snowball effect of that for people. And we just want people to be happy. So hopefully they're happy here.
It's rare to get those type of people together in a crazy business, but then you're also bringing them together and they're all just trying to make each other better. So the impact events as a whole, I've never missed an impact event. So, that should probably say something. I do find value in them. I do enjoy them. One day I'll be up there hopefully adding more value to people than I was taking from people, but even in this, people in the crowd that aren't on the stage, they're still doing something that makes them special. Every loan officer has their niche that makes them special, and that's what PCP does, is it brings everyone together, and you start hearing things like, okay, what are they doing that's successful? And then it works its way up the chain, and then it goes to the coaches, and then it gets dispersed throughout the whole company, and now everyone's getting better from that.
I think for me, being at Union Home has allowed me to grow because I had such a great mentor. I tell people, I learned from Brian Smith.
He's just done a great job of instilling a culture here with our team inside of UHM where You know, I can honestly say I feel like we all truly care about each other. You know, obviously the success of each of us in our careers, but I think even more so, like outside of the office, we care about each other.
When anybody comes to me and they have a goal that they want to accomplish, and they have struggles that are stopping them from achieving that goal, you know, my pursuit is helping them achieve their goals. I'm an achiever, I'm a conductor. If you look at my disc, my strength finder, I just love helping people achieve. Sometimes I feel like a travel guide, and I'm just helping people get to their destination, whether it's in coaching, whether it's in recruiting, whether it's in production. You know, that's just what I love to do. So, you know, I think getting to the top 25 in mortgage banking is a big pursuit. And then I'm sure from there it'll go to the top 15 and top 10. And, you know, Lord willing, and, you know, all things continue to move forward. We'll grow this great company. We'll acquire, you know, we got 2,400 partners of the company now. Someday that'll be 5, someday that'll be 10,000. And we'll just continue to build the company on the foundation of Bill's vision with great values, treating people with honor and respect, and helping everybody achieve their career goals and their life goals.